barefoot, coffee steam in your hands, first light leaking through the back of that screen door. Old dog sleeping on the welcome mat. You just laughed, said, look what you're late for. I've been loving you since dust on your front porch steps, since cheap wine, July, and grass stains on my neck. Every mile that I drive just leads me back to this heart like a home, hands like a promise I can't resist. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. You had blue paint on your Sunday dress from that bedroom wall. You swore you'd finish someday. Turned the brush on me, drew a heart on my chest, said, boy, you're stuck long as this don't fade. I've been loving you since paint on your Sunday dress, since takeout and tailgates and your head on my vest. Every wrong that I've done, still somehow you bless. You turn my busted up prayers into something like rest. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. There were slam doors, tires spitting up gravel. I swore I'd go farther than the county line, but I hit that sign and my hands started shaking. Turned this truck around before the gas hit 9. I don't always say it right, don't always fight the right fight, but your name keeps winning in my mind. Oh yeah, I've been loving you since late night come back home text, since kitchen floor makeups and your eyes still wet. Every scar that we wear is a page in our duet. You're the line I never wanna forget. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. One day we'll be silver in our hair, pills by the bed, reading glasses on a chair, TV talking low while you fall asleep there, breathing soft, breathing slow like a long, long prayer. I'll trace every wrinkle like a road I met, say, look at us, baby, we ain't done yet. Hey! Hey, I've been loving you since dust on your front porch steps, since first nervous knocking that who the hell's this, from your daddy in the hallway sizing me up in his vest, to the drive off your driveway with your hand on my chest. I've been loving you through every wrong turn in bed, every sunrise, every sunset. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet. Barefoot, still coffee in your hands, same old dog dreams by the rusted swing set. You look at me with that I still choose you stare, say, boy, remember, we ain't done yet. I've been loving you, and I ain't done yet.
Met you in a bar off Highway 9. You were laughing at the jukebox, skipping every line. Boot heel tapping, blue eye sharp. You drew your name in a ring on the bar. Said you look lost, but you look sure. I said, I ain't cured, but I've seen worse. You stole my cap, said drive me home. That old Ford road like it wasn't alone. I got you back roads on my heart, got your lipstick in my truck. Every mile I drive from you, it just tightens up the clutch. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the song I can't restart. I got your back roads paved across my heart, yeah. becoming something brand new. Dust in your hair, sun on your arm, bare feet up on my dashboard charm. You said, promise me just one thing, if this breaks we still let it sting. I got your back roads on my heart, got your laughter in my lungs. Every time I try to leave, I taste your name on my tongue. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the stop I never mark. I got your back roads burned into my heart. Your mama watched me like a silent judge on that porch with a coffee mug, but your little brother liked my hat dog like me too. So that was that. We talked about kids in a little white place. You traced floor plans on my calloused hands. You said, don't you dare become your dad. I said, I'll spend my life proving I'm not that man. I got your back roads on my heart, got your jacket on my chair. Every empty Sunday morning, you're the ghost that's sitting there. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the mark on every chart. I got your back roads driving through my heart. Hey! One late fall, leaves all rust. You pack dreams in the back of my truck. Said there's a job 3 counties away. Will you hate me if I can't stay? I clenched my jaw, tried to act tough, but every brave word just wasn't enough. You kissed my chin, missed my mouth, said if it's real, it'll find its route. Now it's coffee for one at that same old bar. Your laugh lives on in the corner by the jar. I talk too loud, so I don't think. I chew my pride like tobacco and drink. Folks say, son, let it go, but you're stitched in every shirt I own. You're the way my hand hangs on the wheel, that little pause before I peel. I drive past that job sign twice a week, practice speeches I'll never speak. Baby, I'm better, I ain't so scared, but I turn around halfway there. And I got your back roads on my heart, got your thunder in my chest. Every girl that learns my name just gets your second-hand best. You're the long way I keep taking, you're the scar dressed up as art. I got your back roads winding through my heart. Oh, winding. Time moves on like a cattle train, new paint signs, same old rain. Heard you married some steady hand, a quiet guy, a safer plan. I ain't bitter, I ain't mad, just a little more like my old man. Talk big talk, sleep alone, leave the light on like you're coming home. If loving you was wrong, then wrong felt right. If losing you was mercy, why is it haunt my nights? If I had one more. You were standing by the snow cone sign, July sun in your hair, melting time. I was all dust boots and busted pride, a truck full of doubts trying hard to hide. You laughed at the stain on my old white tee, said that looks like trouble found a home in you and me. I said, girl, I'm a mess and a half, that's true. You said, good, I need a mess to see me through.
slow dance in a dirt road sky. Head on my chest, stars in your eyes, radio low, world driving by. But it all fades out when you pull me tight. If this is all I ever get from life, your hand in mine on a Tuesday night, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. First fight came on a cold fall day. You packed a bag, said, boy, I might just walk away. I watched your taillights shake my faith. Sat in that driveway praying you'd hit the brakes. Phone lit up with your name half gone. You said, I'm at our spot, can we talk till dawn? I brought a blanket and a heart-laid bear. You brought that stubborn hope, that crooked prayer. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, breath hanging wide, eyes red from crime. We argued soft, then we both went quiet. Then you leaned in close, said, baby, let's try it. If this is all I ever get from life, fighting and forgiven by truck bed light, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. We signed our names on a courthouse line. You wore boots under lace, I wore borrowed time. Your daddy shook my hand just once, said, son, don't you dare let this girl give up. Tiny kitchen with a leaking sink, bills stacking up faster than we could think. But you turned cheap wine into holy ground, bare feet, big grin, spinning me around. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, tile floor cold, but your love runs high. Ceiling fan hum like a lullaby. You whisper, baby, we'll be alright. If this is all I ever get from life, your lipstick on my coffee side, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Years slid by like rain down glass. Some dreams came, some dreams just passed. You wanted kids, I was scared to try. Said, what if I fail? You said, then we'll fly. First sun came in a midnight storm. You squeezed my hand till my faith felt torn. Doc held him up, I forgot my name, till you smiled, said, honey, he's got your ways. Slow dance in a dirt road sky, hospital room, fluorescent light. We rocked that boy, sang off-key lines of every old hymn we could find. If this is all I ever get from life, your tired eyes and that baby's cry, I'll thank the Lord till the day I die for a slow, slow dance in a dirt road sky. Baseball games and broken bones, homework spread on the kitchen phone. You in sweats, hair pinned high, still the same girl from that county line. We missed some dates, we burned some toast. We kept on loving when we liked each other least and most. You'd fall asleep with the TV on, I'd mute the world just to hear you yawn. Tell me, how did a fool like me end up where your soft heart sleeps through every wrong turn, every lost sign? Somehow your hand kept finding.
Coffee cup on the counter, lipstick stain from last July. Sun sleeps through the curtain, dust just dances in the light. Your sweater on the chair back, one sleeve hanging to the floor. Funny how the little things still wait for you at my door. And I'm still in love with you. Same old song, same worn boots. Every road I walk on through somehow leads me back to you. I tried to move on, tried this town, but every street just circles around. Too
still park in the same spot underneath that busted sign where you laughed about the letters, swore they'd fall on us in time. We grabbed fries from Mickey's Diner, drive out where the blacktop ends, watch the headlights disappear, talk like we were more than friends. As I'm still in love with you, same old song, same worn boots. Every road I walk on through somehow leads me back to you. I tried to move on, tried this town, but every street just circles around to a bonfire till you saw things, to the way your name still sounds. Oh. Mama still says she sees me buying gas out Highway 10. She just smiles and says, you know, son, she talks about you now and then. I just nod and change the subject, talk about weather, talk about rain. But when I'm driving home alone, every drop spills out your name. Tell me, do you still remember a September county fair? You got stuck up on the Ferris wheel when time bone in your hair. 'Cause I'm still in love with you, same blue eyes, same old truth. Every plane I'm walking through feels like it was meant for two. I try to move on, drive this town, but every turn just doubles down on that gravel road, on that first kiss, on the way your name still sounds. I heard you got that big job, 2 states and a world away. You always said you chased those dreams. I always hoped that I'd still stay. Baby, that's why I'm standing in this quiet kitchen now, talking to your photograph like you're gonna turn around. If I called you up this evening, would you let it ring? Would pick it up? Would you say you're doing fine now? Would you say you'll miss my tub, miss my dog straps in your front door, your bags brought on my bed, miss that? See you in the morning as you whisper, half asleep, you said. I still keep your favorite liquor stacked up by the TV stand. Sometimes I let that needle ride, pretend you're dancing with my hand. Bare feet on these old floorboards, you'd spin and crash into my chest, laughing like the world was small. And we already had the best. 'Cause I'm still in love with you, more than ever, more than you. Every scar and every bruise just ties me tighter to that truth. I try to move on, drive this town, but every grain just wears me down to that soft smile, to that soft sound of the way your name still sounds. Yes, I'm still in love with you. Yes, I'm still in love with you. modes dance in the window light across the worn-out kitchen floor. Another Tuesday, another night, just like 100 nights before. The kettle whistles soft and low, a comfort in the quiet air. A faded photograph, you know, is resting on the armchair there. It's you and me that summer day, down by the creek beneath the willow tree. Your grin was wide, you looked my way, as happy as a soul could be. I just caught a bluegill on the line. You swore it was the biggest one you'd seen. My hair was long, your hand in mine, a perfect sun-drenched youthful scene. We hadn't much, just hope and dreams, a leaky roof, a rusty fort, but richer than a king it seems. With every single word you poured into my ear, your whispered plans of children, chickens and a little farm held tight within your calloused hands. We'd weather every coming storm. I trace the crease right through your face, where time has bent the paper thin. A silent tear finds its own space and slowly starts to trickle in. It blurs the edges just a bit, like memory does with passing years, but can't erase the joy, the grit, the laughter and the shared out tears. Oh, faded photograph, it's all I've got to hold you close, though you're long gone. A silent promise, never forgot, it keeps me strong from dusk till dawn. This faded photograph, it tells our tale of simple love through thick and thin, against the wind, through sun and hail. It's where our forever still begins. The scent of pine, the smell of rain still brings your presence to my mind. A familiar ache, a gentle pain, a love like ours is hard to find. I hear your boots upon the porch, even though the steps are empty now. A phantom warmth, a flickering torch, illuminating how and when and why and why.
Dust on your boots on my front porch, coffee in your hand, half asleep. Said I didn't plan on falling this deep. You laughed it off, kicked at a stone. Said, guess I'm better when I'm not alone. I tried to speak, but my tongue got tied, 'cause every road I'd run just stopped and your eyes were running on a half tank, full hard windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. We got bills stacked up on the counter there. You're wearing my flannel, sitting in my chair, circling dates on an old wall chart, talking about someday like it's not that far. You say love ain't magic, it's mud and rain. It's late night fights are staying anyway. I kiss your wrist where the paint's still wet from fixing this house we ain't finished yet. We're running on a half tank, full hard windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. Your mama called, said she's doing fine, told you she can hear you in my laugh sometimes. Your daddy still checks on the weather up here, thinks that we're living off luck and beer. We missed that rent check by day last June. You cried in the kitchen, I hummed a tune. We danced between dishes and overdue cards. Your cheek on my chest, my fear in your arms. We're running on a half tank, full hard windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, yeah, that's all we are. Maybe we don't get that big red barn, white fence, big dogs, 10-acre yard. Maybe our castle is this broke down yard, 2 long chairs and a sky full of sparks. Maybe forever is a borrowed truck, a Friday paycheck and a little luck. If I lose it all, but I don't lose you, I'm rich in a way money can't undo. Oh yeah. There's a Polaroid stuck in the mirror frame. Your hair's all wild, we're both half insane. Caught in the rain by the county line. You wrote on the bottom, glad you're mine. We've changed our plans more than I can count. Dreams got smaller, love got loud. We don't say perfect, we say try. We don't say always, we say stand by. We're running on a half tank, full hard windows down in the dark, singing every crooked mile into the stars. If the highway ends, we'll park on the shoulder of the sky. If it all falls apart, I still got your hand on my arm. Half tank, full heart. Someday we'll be gray on a Sunday swing, talking about the mess and the joy it brings. Your laugh will be softer, my back will be sore, but I'll still be reaching for you by the door. Kids all grown, chasing what they want, will sit in that quiet that used to haunt. You'll look at me with that same old spark, say guess we did alright with this half tank heart. We're running on a half tank, full hard windows down in the dark, singing every You were pouring cheap wine in a paper cup, boots on my dash, feet all scuffed up. laughing at the thunder on the radio. Said, if the sky falls, I just wanna know, will you hold my hand when the lights go down, when the small talk fades, when we leave this town? You just grinned, kicked the glove box shut, said, I ain't afraid of a little bit of rust. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bad and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the rain starts blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. We moved in fast, small house, thin walls, hand-me-down couch and late night calls, arguing about bills we could barely pay, then dancing in the kitchen anyway. You burned the toast, I killed the song, we laughed till the bad day felt all wrong. You said, baby, I ain't perfect, but I'm here, I kissed that tear right off your beard. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bad and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the wind keeps blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. Mama didn't like my worn-out jeans, my tattooed arm, or the way I dream. Said that boy's gonna break you in two. You just smiled, said maybe so, but I choose those Friday nights at the old state fair. You in my jacket, fireworks in your hair. We ride the rusted Ferris wheel up high. Swear the whole world shrank to your blue eyes. Yeah, love's like an old red truck, beat up bad and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going. Headlights dim, but it keeps on glowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. We've been lost, we've been late, we've been standing in the driveway at the edge of fate. We've slammed doors, we've gone cold, but every single time, baby, we come home. We've cursed God, we've asked why, we pulled over just to scream and cry, but through the dust, through the doubt, we always find some way to turn around. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bad and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the storm keeps growing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart. There was that night on the hospital floor, coffee gone cold, clock near 4. Doctor said it might be a long haul ride. You squeezed my fingers till I almost cried. Whispered, if I go, don't you stay the same. Paint the porch, change your name, but promise me this, when the night gets dark, you'll still talk to me out in the yard. I said, don't start packing up your lights. You and me got too much fight. You ain't going anywhere tonight. You laugh weak, but your eyes burn bright. 'Cause love's like an old red truck, beat up bad and a little bit stuck, but it still gets us where we're going, even when the worst winds are blowing. Yeah, love's like a county line, fades in and out, but you're still mine. Every mile, every scar, every stop, every start, you're the back roads of my heart.
sun coming up on your old screen door. Coffee in your cup, bare feet on my floor. You laugh at my hair, say I sleep too late, but you still kiss my cheek, say we're gonna be great. Your suitcase sat there by that crooked chair. I memorized every thread, every scar, every tear, till the day it was gone and you backed down the drive. And the dust from your tires took the light from my eyes, but you came back anyway. Pulled in slow like a prayer, I forgot how to pray. All mine, I'm fine, fell apart in your name. Every mile you drove washed away my blame. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you turned that wheel and you changed our fate, baby. I pushed your heart away and you came back anyway. I remember rain on that dining room. You stared at your hand, said you wanted the truth. I hid behind pride like a worn-out shield, too scared of the hurt that you made me feel. You circled your finger around your paper cup, said I can't keep falling just to watch you get up. I watched you walk out through that glass and chrome, and I called that night freedom, but it felt like alone. Still you came back anyway, like a song on the wind I once threw away. All my goodbyes, all my burning bridges turned into smoke and second chances. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you turned that wheel and you changed our fate, baby. I pushed your heart away and you came back anyway. There were late night bars, there were strangers' names, too loud rooms trying to drown out your flame. I laughed too hard at somebody's joke, but the quiet walk home told the truth that I spoke. I kept your note in my glove box door, folded and worn like a prayer from the war. Love isn't easy, but it's worth the scars. If you ever get brave, you know where we are. I read those lines at every red light, felt that shame in the dashboard light, till one small town sign and a midnight sky made me finally drop my pride. So you came back anyway, but not 'cause I begged, not 'cause I made you stay. You came back strong, you came back sure. Said I want your heart, but I need it pure. I swore I lost you, swore it was too late, but you stood right there at my front gate, baby. I pushed your heart away and you came back anyway. You said I don't need perfect, I just need honest. I don't want promises if you can't keep them. But if you're still in this, if you still want us, take off your armor, let me see you bleed, then heal. So I told you about the nights that I got it wrong, all the times I left when I should've held on. Told you about my father and his slammed screen doors, how I learned to run long before I learned more. You didn't flinch, didn't turn your head, just traced every crack in the words I said. You took my hand like you always had, said we can grow good from whatever's been bad, and you stayed here anyway. Even when the storm rolled in and the sky turned gray, through every fight, every bitter word, every slam down phone, every hope deferred. I swore I'd lose you, swore you'd drive away, but you packed your faith for another day, baby. I pushed your heart away and you stayed here anyway. There's a porch swing squeak to our everyday. Half-finished projects in the yard halfway. Burnt toast mornings and lawn chairs at night. We're a little bit crooked, but we're holding on tight. There's a dent in your
met you wheeling gravel, meets the Busted County line. You were stealing cherries from the back of someone's vine. Dust on your boots, laugh lines in your smile. Said you wanna see trouble, ride with me a while. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. You talk with your hands when you're mad. You pace the floor, you slam the screen door cussing, then come kiss me at the door. Yeah, you burn every dinner, we just laugh and call it fate. Say, who needs a recipe when love still fills the plate? You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. We got a crooked mailbox leaning like it knows our names, a dog that won't stop barking at the kids at ball games. You leave notes on napkins in my worn-out work truck cab. Drive safe, come home, you're still the best I ever had. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. One day we'll be wrinkled, moving slow across this floor, counting all the little rings from glasses on this table board. If my memory fades and the names all slip away, I'll still know that rhythm that's been drumming every day. You're my back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest so loud. My Sunday morning, my Friday night, my quiet prayer, my rowdy crowd. When the world starts shaking and I don't know who I am, you're my back road heartbeat, I'll follow it again. So when they lay me down under red dirt, under sky, play that simple song of us, let it echo, let it ride. Cause love ain't in the headstones, it's the echo in your chest. You're my back road heartbeat, baby, you can keep the rest. Oh yeah, oh.
the gravel meets the old state line. You were drinking cherry cola, I was sipping cheap red wine. The sun was hanging crooked on a rusty welcome sign. You laughed and said you're leaving, or you're staying here this time. You had dust on your sandals and a map in your hand. Said I'm following the detours more than any kind of plan. I said, girl, I get that, been running since I ran. Then your fingers brushed my jacket and the world just kinda ran. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. We drove past a mailbox with my faded family name. You said, tell me about your goals, tell me about your shame. I watched the fields roll over like they never learned my face. Said I never felt like I belonged in any one damn place. You turned down the volume on that old dashboard glow. 'Cause everybody's running 'cause they're scared to let it show. Then you put your head against the cold glass of the door, whispered, if you wanna leave, while you're circling back for more. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. We found that busted diner with the flickering open sign. You stole all my french fries, I stole little looks sometimes. You said, love ain't fireworks, it's coffee at 2 a.m. It's the way you say you're leaving, but you circle back again. We slow danced on the sidewalk to a song from inside. The waitress lit a cigarette and gave a tired smile. You spun underneath the neon in your threadbare jeans. Said, if this ain't forever, it's the closest that I've seen. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. I've loved like a landslide, fast and gone too soon. I've loved like a thunderstorm, shaking every room. But this feels like sunrise, slow on your bedroom wall, like the quiet in your laughter when you finally trust a fall. Now there's boots on your doorstep and a dog by a gate. Your sweater on my chair and your hair in my pillowcase. My mom keeps calling just to hear you on the line. She says, boy, she's got that kindness we've been praying you would find. Your toothbrush in my bathroom looks like it always belonged. We burn the eggs each Sunday while we hum the same old song. You kiss me in the kitchen, smell of coffee, toast, and rain. Say you think this road we're taking ever circles back again. You're my bag of road heartbeat, racing my blood in the dark. Every mile, every memory, spelling our names in the stars. If this highway ever ends, let it end in your arms. You're my back road heartbeat, my wild, my home, my spark. If the truck breaks down and the money runs thin, but your eyes were kind. You laughed in my boots, said they'd seen some roads. I said yeah, but tonight they're yours to hold. 2 cheap beers and a George Strait song. You were humming off key, so I sang along. We were both a little lonely, a little too true. Didn't know I was meeting the end of my blues. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. You said I don't trust words, boys talk too sweet. I said give me some time and a front porch seat. So we sat there late watching fireflies drift. You let down your guard like a slow sunrise shift. You told me about scars that you never show. Your dad and his bottle, how you had to grow too fast, too soon in a small town storm. I held your hand, promised to keep you warm. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. Remember that winter when the pipes all burst? We were broke as the jokes on my faded work shirt. You were dancing in socks on that flooded floor. Said if this is love, I don't need much more. We wrapped up in quilts that your mama stitched. He turned off, but the moonlight switched. On every dream we were scared to chase, you drew a little house, scribbled our last name, and you asked me quiet, do you see this too? I laughed through the shiver, said I only see you. We didn't have much, but we had that night. Fingers laced tighter than the dark and the light. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. We fought in the kitchen about a week-long trip. You wanted that ocean, I was glued to that gig. I said, baby, I'm trying to make life right. You said, life's right here, can we leave tonight? It slammed doors, sharp words we didn't mean. Your eyes got quiet like a Winterfield scene. I sat on the steps, hands in my hair. You came down with a suitcase and a whispered prayer. But you set the bag by the front porch light and said, I'm still here, so let's get this right. We drew up a list on a napkin ring, number 1 on the page. We choose us each thing. We learned to say sorry before it blew up. Swap pride for peace, poured it back in our cup. We were building a bridge over stubborn ground. Each I love you was another plank down. Now I'm halfway home to you. Every mile marker feels like something new. Got your picture on my dash, heart beating like it might just crash. You're my map, my sign, my view. Every road I take runs straight to you. I was lost, I was passing through. Now I'm halfway home to you. One day we'll be old on that same front porch. You in your sweater, me with my torch. Still lighting up candles on your late night cake. Still holding you close when your bones might. smokes dancing in the afternoon light through the kitchen window pane. Caught a glint off that old silver frame on the mantelpiece, just the same as it's been since you went away. A faded photograph crinkled at the edges shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear like water in the river. Now just a memory, a silent, lonely shiver. Remember that old Ford, rust on the bumper? We drove it down to Miller's Creek. Felt like kings, no need to speak. Just the sound of the tires, a steady rhythm squeak, and your hand in mine so soft and weak. A faded photograph crinkled at the edges shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear like water in the river. Now just a memory, a silent, lonely shiver. Said, boy, don't you rush it, but your laugh pulled me in like a moth to a flame, a sweet, sweet sin. Never thought our story would ever thin, or that joy would ever truly begin to end. A faded photograph crinkled at the edges shows a summer day. Sun on our young faces, a love so clear like water in the river. Now just a memory, a silent, lonely shiver. Pouring cheap beer in a hole in the wall, Saturday tips in a crooked glass jar. I was 3 long days and from an overtime week, dust on my boots and my broken aching heart. You laughed when I missed a stool by a mile, said, careful cowboy, that's a hard way down. I was hooked in a heartbeat, hooked on that smile like you'd lit up the darkest bar in this town. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, your hair in the wind, every little mile pulling me in. If this is all I ever get to keep you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Oh yeah. We threw our names with a pocket knife deep in that oak by the fishing hole bend. You said maybe this is just a summertime thing. I said, girl, I hope summer never ends. You stole my hat and you ran through the field, kicking up dust where the fireflies spin. I swear the sky leaned closer to hear every small secret. You let me in a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, your laugh in the dark, dashboard glowing like a falling star. If this is all I ever get to keep you in that sundress, bare feet on my seat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. over pot roast and prayer. Your daddy stared holes clear through my shirt, asked what I wanted with his stubborn wild girl. I said everything, sir, for better or worse. You squeezed my knee under that old pine table. I say and thank you and don't you dare run. I'd have walked through every small town whisper just to be your foolish, faithful one. I've been broke, I've been burned, thought I was done taking turns, but your hand in mine made a long life feel like mine to learn. Love hit me like a back road heartbeat, thumping in my chest on a ragged old seat. Windows down, the radio low, two-lane faith in the way we go. If this is all I ever get to keep you humming along off key, off beat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Hey! We've had late night fights in the kitchen light, bills stacked high on the countertop. Slammed a few doors, said things we regret, swore we were done, then we never quite stopped. Cause you come back wearing my old shirt, I still red but your pride laid down. You say I still choose you in the hurt, and that simple truth shakes this whole old town. There was rain in the forecast the day we got hitched, but the clouds held back till we said I do. Your grandpa cried, preacher's voice broke, I just kept staring at the light on you. We danced in mud when the sky gave in, your veil stuck wet to your laughing face. Every storm since then when the thunder begins, I remember that first wild holy rain. Love holds on like a back road heartbeat, steady through the bumps and the hard-packed heat. Windows fogged, your hand on the glass, tracing our names as the seasons pass. If this is all I ever get to keep you sleeping, smiling, our kids in the backseat, then darling, I don't need a thing but this back road heartbeat in your front seat kiss. Now this crayon's crushed in the floorboard dust, little boots kicked off by the door. You're humming soft in the hallway glow, rocking our youngest till her breathing slows. I catch your eyes above his little head, same wild girl from that smoky bar. On a farm down in Texas, a quiet few years back, a little boy had questions, hungry for some facts.
Oh mama, what is love, he asked, I don't understand. She smiled and looked into his eyes and gently touched his hand.
And she said love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.
Oh, it grows like a garden, getting better and better.
Love is desire to be together. When his mama finished speaking, she kissed and held him tight. The evening grown old and it was time to say goodnight.
Starling in the darkness and laying in his bed, his mind kept on a-studying the words his mama said.
And she said love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.
Oh, it grows like a garden,
She said love is a desire to be together, no matter what it costs us, through all kinds of weather.
Oh, it grows like a garden, getting better and better.
Love is desire
To be together.
You were wiping down the counter at that old Main Street bar, name tag hanging sideways, little chip red jar full of tips and folded phone numbers you never planned to call. I walked in for a quick one, stumble into it all. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static. You turned this runaway around.
You said, boy, you look like trouble, with that half-crooked grin. Boot heels on the bar rail, you pour whiskey, not my sins.
We talked about our busted hearts, cars that never made it far,
How your daddy taught you patience, mine taught leaving in the dark.
from the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your laugh cut through the static. You turned this runaway around. First date by the river, mosquitoes, June heat. You showed up in your work boots, cut-offs, bare feet, radio on the dashboard, static in a tune. You leaned back on that blanket, said, come see this kind of moon. I've been all edge, all armor, all joke, all smoke, all show, but you saw past the stories to the part I didn't show. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. I was drifting like a dandelion, blowing through this busted town. Then your eyes said, boy, you're home now. You turn this runaway around. We burned through all 4 seasons in that borrowed single wide. Stacked your textbooks on the dresser, hung my cap on the side.
Mismatched cups in the pantry, secondhand old couch. You painted all the cabinets blue, said we'll make this sacred ground somehow.
Friday night nights at the drive-in, cheap popcorn on your shirt. You cried during the previews, laughed through all the hurt. You traced plans on my forearm, little house, big oak tree, dog prints in the backyard, baby names in between. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band. We were dreaming over dishes, talking someday, talking soon, with the street light through the window, painting halos in the room.
Remember that storm rolled in, tore down half this town. You stood in the doorway shaking, said, what if it all falls down?
I wrapped my arms around you, said let it all shake loose. We'll nail back every shingle, I ain't running, I choose you. I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa, you cried in the bathroom quiet. But even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
Loving all fairground lights and kisses on the hood. It's oil stains in the driveway, doing more than what you could. From the tailgate to the chapel, from a handshake to your hand, from a slow song in a back room to a gold ring on a band.
From my mind to I promise, from I'll try to yes I do, every mile and every meltdown, just another road to you.
Your mama beat the doctor to the hospital that day, cried into your hair and whispered, baby, it's gonna be okay.
You squeezed my fingers breathless, said, let it all shake loose. We'll nail back every shingle, I ain't running, I choose you. I choose you.
We fought like summer thunder, over money, over pride. I slept on that torn out sofa, you cried in the bathroom quiet.
But even in the silence, with our tempers running hot, your coffee cup beside mine said we still got a shot.
Met you by the ice chest, dirt road, late July. Truck bed full of half-warm beer, sun still in your eyes. You laughed at my old ball cap, said it'd see some miles. I said I'd drive you anywhere just to see that smile. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts in one old car. Love gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me, and this beat up heart. Tailgate to the stars. Your book's on my dashboard, bare feet by the fall. That creek below the cottonwoods, heard every secret, every call. He tastes my name in red dust on its silver Chevy door. This is what broke looks like. I don't perfect anymore. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, speed on your lips, gasoline. And this beat up heart, tailgate to the stars. We learned how to fight soft, turn thunder into rain. You cried in my blue worship, mascara on the grain. Kitchen light at midnight, cold coffee, won't regret. I ain't going anywhere. And said, you better not forget. We got a tailgate to the stars, two hearts and one old car. Love in a mason jar, shaking in the dark. We got grass on our jeans, sweet on your lips, gasoline. Who needs a map when I got your hand, baby? That's all I understand. Just you and me in this beat up heart, tailgate to the stars. One day they'll sell that Chevy to some kid down the road, to crank up some new love song where our old stories roll. They'll never know our names, but they'll park where we once parked, where we promised forever under that big breathing dog. If the good Lord sips the porch light, calls one of us on home, promise me you'll keep my hat right there by the phone. And when that burn storm hits you and you're standing in the yard, look up where we used to look. I won't be very far. We got a tailgate to the stars, said, can I help you, like it was routine. But my whole day changed in your faded blue jeans. I keep taking back roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust and the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart. Yeah, your heart.
We danced in your kitchen, bare feet, cheap wine. Old clock ticking, didn't notice the time. You laughed when I burned all the toast that night. Said, boy, you can't cook, but you're doing alright. So I keep taking back the roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust and the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart. Oh, your
I've been the guy who runs when it gets real. I've been the one who jokes instead of saying what I feel. But
You showed up in my mess in that old red car.
now I'm learning how to love you.
Right where we are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart, past the rust and the dust and the old junkyard. Every wrong turn still got me this far, baby. I was lost till I found where you are. I'll keep taking back roads to your heart. Back roads to your heart.
Bet you on a Tuesday, dust on your boots, sun on your face. You laughed at my old pickup, said it looked like it'd lose a race.
You tossed your bag in the back, climbed right up, called shotgun.
Right then I knew my heart was aiming at someone. You're my shotgun love song, blasting through this broke down heart. Every mile, every small town sunset pulls us closer than we were at the start.
If this road keeps rolling, I'll keep my hand in yours.
Baby, you're my shotgun love song, and I'm singing till my voice gets hoarse.
Oh yeah.
We talked about your hometown, your mama's porch, and your old dog Jack.
You asked about my scars,
The ones you couldn't see out back. I told you about my leaving, all the times I got it wrong. You said, boy, you can stay a while. You don't always have to move on. You're my shotgun love song, blasting through this broke down heart. Every mile, every small town sunset holds us closer than we were at the start.
if this road winter getting cold.
But somehow in the quiet we find a way to fold our fears like shirts, stack them on the bedroom chair.
We come back to the middle, find our hearts already dead.
On my shotgun love song, yeah, and on the long ride home. Every scar, every cracked up memory feels better when I'm not alone.
If the storm keeps coming, let the thunder shake these doors.
Baby, you're my shotgun love song, and I'm singing till my voice gets hoarse. Hey, someday we'll be silver, lines on our hands, stories in our eyes.
You still steal my jacket,
I'll still kiss you between good nights. Radio low, windows down,
wide open.
stars above, till the last breath leaves me. I'll get driving with my shotgun love,
Yeah,
driving with my shotgun love. You were pouring cheap wine in a jar with my name, bare feet on my dash, well, I can never be tamed. Till I went in your hair, sunburn on my arm. You were laughing too loud, I was falling too hard. I took the long way down that back road to your heart, through every wrong turn, slow burn every stop and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star, but all those small town miles just led me back road to your heart.
ever on to your heart.
That little county line sign, the saws fighting at night. You said, boy, you don't listen, you just think you're right. Slam the door, truck in gear, dust cloud in my mirror. Put your jacket on my seat and make it feel too near. I took the long way down that back road to your heart, through every wrong turn, slow burn every stop and start. I drove through heartbreak, heartache, chasing every star, but all those small town miles just led me backward to your heart. Met a girl in the city, high heels, high rise. She talked about muddy, never fireflies. I missed your porch light, I missed that cracked swing, how you'd hum old hymns more Here's my last chance, pulling into your driveway. Asked her for that dance. You smile, say, took you long enough. Then you climb into my arms. Guess I was always getting back road to your heart.
Met you by the ice machine, dust on your boots, my favorite jean jacket you left in my busted old truck. Said, boy, does that heap even make it back? Sun driving slow on that county line, your hair blowing wild through the window, radio stuck on some broken station, but you sang anyway, so soft, so low. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. First fight in a parking lot rain, I cursed like a fool, you just stared me down. You said love ain't scared of a storm, it learns how to stand on shifting ground. We made up on your mama's couch, cold fries, warm hands, and a tear or two. You traced all my cracked up plans, whispered, baby, I still believe in you. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. Summers turned to winters quick, that old high school bar turned into dust. Your ring sitting neat in my glove box, next to a note that just says us. We painted our names on a rental sign, said someday we'll buy this broken place. We got more dreams than dollars, but I got your laughter in every space. Sometimes I wake up scared thinking all of this could fade, then you roll over, steal my pillow, say we'll be fine, we ain't afraid. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, the slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. We burned through ties and trouble, we slammed some doors too hard, said things in the heat of the moment, left each other standing in the yard. But every time the dust clears, it's your eyes pulling me home. We don't need some perfect picture, we just need a place our love can grow. Your daddy's old guitar in the corner, our kids' crayons on the kitchen floor. You hum off key as the coffee brews, I swear I've never needed nothing more. Bills stacked high on the table, but your head's on my shoulder, calm. You say we'll get there slow and steady, we got faith and we got these palms. Hands rough from all this trying, but they still fit just right. Two rings catching morning sunlight, two hearts holding on tight. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, that slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right I remember that first I love you. In the dark of that dead-end road, I was scared I might just lose you if I said what my chest already know. But you smiled, leaned a little closer, said took you long enough. That's the night my restless wandering found a name and called it love. You're my back road heartbeat, my late night porch light, a slow dance barefoot in the kitchen at midnight. Every mile, every scar, every wrong turn in this old car led me right where I was meant to start, right here with your back road heartbeat in my heart. So if this road runs out tomorrow,